The emperor, the conqueror, the
Well, reaction is that the court has delivered its ruling in its wisdom.
The due process. If they believe that what they are doing is due process, it's okay. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must take decision from the leadership. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must tell them to go. Of course, I know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told them all these things, but they want to do it. That is the reason why today they fail woefully in England or London. I don't know where they went to. Is it United Kingdom? They say that they went court to sue United Kingdom about the rendition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, or by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu holding a United Kingdom passport, and they have been rendition to that contraption. They fail woefully. You know the reason why? Collectively. They lack that ability of collectively. That is why they are falling into pit.
Organ or there, if it is a plan of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra to sideline the Directorate of State, sideline Ozokome, sideline Ejofo, organ or there, you go there for DSS. Now me talk which I know that is not possible. I know that he can't be part of it. He can't be such. He can't behave like that. Having learned his lesson by confiding in his family alone, and at the same time some charlatans from America. And DOS have been bearing the burden for many years now. I told me go quite just some market. They trick him, have in mind that yes, he's dealing with his brother. He thought that the brother meant good for him. He said, okay, well, let me listen to my brothers and the others that are talking to me. And DOS are bearing the pain. We'll talk about another one again. So that I've been able to DOS, soon allow free. And just to tell many of you that they are in charge, they stop your move. They stop it. And now people want to bring the narrative to tell the public that there's a doctor that is going to treat Onye and the US stop it. Yes. How I wish I would be part of them. I want them to stop it 100 times until things are being followed due process. It's an organization. How about take it? I tell you. Now let me show you the noise.
Yes, of course, look at the word. We must not agree. The people will not agree. Period. My goodness, I don't know. You order me to go.
Organ or there. If it is a plan of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra to sideline the Directorate of State, sideline Ozokome, sideline Ejofo, organ or there, you go there, you go there for DSS. Now me talk which I know that is not possible. I know that he can't be part of it. He can't be such. He can't behave like that. Having learned his lesson by confiding in his family alone and at the same time some charlatans from America. And DOS have been bearing the burden for many years now. I told me quite just some banket. They trick him, have in mind that yes, he's dealing with his brother. He thought that the brother meant good for him. He said, okay, let me listen to my brothers and the others that are talking to me. And DOS are bearing the pain. We'll talk about another one again. So that I've been DOS, soon I'll free. And just to tell many of you that they are in charge, they stop your move. They stop it. And now people want to bring the narrative to tell the public that there's a doctor that is going to treat Onye and the DOS stop it.
The due process. If they believe that what they are doing is due process, it's okay. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must take decision from the leadership. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must tell them to go. Of course, I know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them all these things, but they want to do it. That is the reason why today they fail woefully in England or London. I don't know where they went to. Is it United Kingdom? They say that they went court to sue United Kingdom about the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu holding a United Kingdom passport, and they have been rendition to that contraption. They fail woefully. You know the reason why? Collectively. They lack that ability of collectively. That is why they are falling into pit.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, friends of Biafra. I welcome you, both the enemies of Biafra as well. Everybody is welcome to this evening program here on IPOB Western Cape Media TV. I welcome you, my comrades, Biafrans, wherever you are joining me this evening. I welcome you. Name of Chukwu. Before we continue, I must pray. If you watched, I didn't pray because I don't know what happened. The video I saved in my system left, so I have to pray this evening before I continue. Chukwu Biam. Pray me onye mere ka anyị wee dị ndụ wee fụ ụbọchị tata. Chukwu abịa ma anyị na-asị na ihe nke anyị bịara ime na mgbede a ga-abụ ihe nke ya ga nke ọma. Chukwu abịa ọ gị si na Biafra ga-adị. Anyị wee sị na site na amara gị na udo gị Biafra ga-adị maka ebere gị jupụtara ya alụ. Anyị na-asị na mmụọ niile nke si n'ala Biafra ga-ekuni ugbu a wee bịa n'ụba ọgụ. Ndị nna nna anyị ha aja, ndị mmiri, ndị ikuku, ezumezu niile nọ n'ala Biafra ga-ebini maka na oge akara aka erugo. Ndị Igbo si na agha akara aka adịghị eri nwa ngwụrọ. Agha akara aka oge ya erugo ugbu a. Chukwu abịa ike niile nke iji alụ ọlụ orugo mgbe ị ga-eji wee bịa n'ọrụ ụmụ Biafra ọgụ. Ndị iro Biafra ekunigo n'ugwu, kunie na ndịda. Ndị si na Biafra agaghị abịa ejupụtago n'ụwa niile gbaa gburugburu. Anyị si na ebe ọbụla ha gbakọrọ, ikuku nke gị ga-ekufa ma kusasịa afa. Ọ dịghị otu n'ime ha nke ga-akwụdo maka na gị bụ Chukwu okike abịa maka mmadụ. Ọ gịnwa ji ndụ mmadụ, gịnwa ji ike mmadụ. Onye nyere ndụ na-adị ndụ, onye wanyere ji orie. Onye si na ọ gaghị adị ndụ agaghị adị ndụ. Isi na Biafra ga-abịa, onweghị onye mmadụ nke gị bụ Chukwu okike kere ka a sị na Biafra agaghị abịa. Ya mere anyị ji wee na-ekwu okwu na mgbede a, na-ekwubi okwu sị na aka ọbụla nke ji Biafra ga-agbaji ka Biafra wee bịa. Ọ bụrụ na mmiri ga-ezo ka Biafra bịa, mmiri ahụ zoe ka Biafra wee bịa. Ọ bụrụ na anwụ ga-acha ka Biafra bịa, anwụ ahụ chaa ka Biafra wee bịa. Ihe ọbụla gị bụ Chukwu okike abịa masị na ọ ga-eme ka Biafra wee bịa, orugo mgbe ọ ga-emezu. Maka na agbụ nke ekere nwa ngwere orugo ọtụtụ. Nekwa onye isi anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nke nọ n'aka ndị ilo. Ọ fọrọ gịnị ọ bụrụ afọ 3 onye ndu anyị nọ n'aka ndị ilo. Ndị ụmụnne ya bụ ndị were ya nyefee n'aka ndị ilo ka ha wee gbuo ya, ka nnwere onwe nke anyị na-achọ wee nwụọ. Mana gị bụ Chukwu okike abịa masị na ọma mmezu. Ya mere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ji dị ndụ n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị wee na-asị na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ị ga-eje, ị ga-abata. ị ga-eje ị ga-abata maka na ọkwanụ udene kara aka na amapụ ozu afọ. Udene kara aka na amapụ ozu afọ. Onye nna ya dịnyere ohi na-eji ụkwụ agbari ụzọ. Ọ Chukwuoke abịa masị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu gaba. Chukwuoke abịa ma ị gaghị ekwe ka ihere mee Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Atụmatụ niile ndị iro tụworo n'isi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, nke ha tụrụ n'ugwu, nke ha tụrụ na ndịda, nke ha tụrụ na mmiri, nke ha tụrụ n'elu ala, ebe ọbụla ha nọ wee tụọ ya bụ atụmatụ ka ha megide onye isi anyị bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Anyị sị dịka ụmụ Chineke anyị bụ na ọ dịghị mmụọ agha ọbụla nke e mere nke a kpọrọ imegide Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ma ọ bụ imegide ụmụ Biafra nke ya aga n'ilu. Chukwu abịa izuụka a na-abịa onye isi anyị bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ụlọ ikpe nke ndị zoo bụ Naijiria. Anyị mara na anyị nwere ntụkwasị obi ebe ha nọ, maka na ha nwere ntụkwasị obi ebe ha onwe ha nọ. Ya mere anyị esi Chukwu abịa were ọnọdụ n'ụbọchị ahụ, maka na ihe niile anyị na-achọ bụ na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ụbọchị ahụ. Anyị nwere okwukwe n'ebe gị bụ Chukwu abịa nọ, maka na isi anyị na ihe ọbụla anyị si gị na ọhụ ị ga-emere anyị. Anyị si na anyị chọrọ ka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu si n'ebe ahụ ọ nọ pụta n'ụbọchị 26 nke na-abịa abịa. Nekwe ndị niile bụ ndị na-anụ ọgụ, ndị niile na-agba mbọ, ndị niile na-eme ihe niile ịfụ na Biafra ga-abịa. Chukwu abịa anyị si na ọ ka ị nọnyere ha, ka ị gbaa ha ume. Anyị si na aja ala Igbo ga-akwụdosi ihe ike. Ezumezu Igbo, ndị bi n'ụlọ, ndị bi n'agụ, ihe niile Igbo ji eje, ihe niile Biafra ji wee na-akpa ike, mmụọ Biafra ga-ebini kwadosie ha ike. Anya ọbụla nke na-enefa ka onye gbuo ofe, anya ahụ ga-akpọ. Onye ọbụla na-bunyere ha nnu wee hapụ ha mmiri, Chukwu abịa ma mmiri ahụ ga-ama ya ma ezinụlọ ya. Ihe anyị chọrọ bụ Biafra. Biafra ka anyị ga-enwe. Ọ dịghị onye ọbụla nke ikere n'ụwa nke dị ndụ nke ga-agbochi Biafra ịbịa. Nekwe ndị zoo na aha n'iyi n'oge akara ka erukwa. Anyị fụrụ onye ọbụla zoo, obi dị anyị ụsọ. Anyị si jisi ike. Ọ bụrụ na agụ nke na-agụ ha ezubeghị, Chukwu abịa ka agụ a welitekwuo ya enu, ka agụ a si ike, ihe ngara ọnụ ya ju n'ebe niile, ka anyị mara ma ha ekwe ka ụmụ Chineke si n'Ijipt wee pụọ. Ihe anyị chọrọ na zoo ọgbaghara ahụ ya akwụsịkwana, ya bịawa, maka na ndị zoo jụrụ ajụ na ha agaghị emeghe gị bụ Chineke kwu. Anyị sị na ndị niile bụ ndị nwụrụ n'ọnọdụ a n'ije a na ị ga-anabata mkpụrụ obi fa na ndụkwa, ha ga-ezu ike. Gịnị mere ha ji nwụọ? Maka Biafra. Chukwu abịa ihe ji Biafra wee kwụọ ha ụgwọ, kwụghachi ha ụgwọ. Na ọ bụ na mmadụ na-abịa ụwa ọzọ, mgbe ha ọzọ ha na-abịa ụwa, ka ha bịa dịka onye Biafra. Ekwekwana ka ha bịa ọzọ dịka ndị zoo bụ ndị nara ndụ ha n'iyi. Chukwu abịa ma nye ya amamife ife. Eke gọzie anyị, afọ agọzie anyị, orie gọzie anyị, nkwọ agọzie anyị. Afọ na-anọ Igbo ji wee na-eme ọnụ ga-abụ ngọzi dịrị anyị. Eke ketara anyị ife ọma, eke orie erotere anyị ife ọma, afọ afọtara anyị ife ọma, nkwọ akwọtara anyị ife ọma. Ihe ọbụla anyị na-emba n'obi ọcha na-agba mbọ ka Biafra bịa, ọ ga-abụ ngọzi dịrị anyị. Ihe anyị na-eji wee koo anyị akọ anyị, ọ ga-adịrị anyị niile na mma. Nwa Chineke, gị onye na-anọnyere anyị n'oge awa na IPOB Western Cape, asị m na ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma. Ajọ ụkwụ agaghị akpọ gị, maka na onye ọbụla nọ n'ebe a ugbu a, ọnwa Chineke ka ọ bụ. Nwa Chineke ka ọ bụ. So gị bụ onye nọnyere anyị ugbu a, nwa Chineke ka ị bụ. Ị nọnyere anyị na Facebook, ị nọnyere anyị na Twitter, ịnọnyere anyị na YouTube n'ezie nwa Chineke ka ị bụ, ngọzi Chineke ga-eso gị. Chukwu abịa ma Chukwu okike ekekere Igbo na ekekere Biafra ga-eji ngọzi wee gbaa gị gburugburu. Ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma. Ị ga-eji anya gị fụ Biafra. Otu a ka m kpere, otu a ka ọ ga-adị n'aha Chukwu okike. Ise. Yes, it is always good to pray in the language of heaven. As you already know, Igbo language is the language spoken in heaven. I welcome you, and it is, I gave a very short notice for this program this evening because I was not, I had something I was doing, so I didn't know I was going to make it this evening. So that was why I didn't say anything about it until I am sure, because I don't like disappointing my viewers. So I make sure that everything is set before I make announcement. So I welcome you. And as I welcome you, I want you to welcome others. Welcome others. And also, I want you to share our program. Share our program in all the platforms where you belong. It does not have to be IPOB platform. Any platform that you belong, as long as there are Biafrans there, share our program. Like our program, comment on our program. Very, very important that you do so. And also, I want you to know that we are live on our Facebook page, IPOB Western Cape TV, Media TV. We are live on our YouTube channels, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are also live on X, formerly Twitter, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. So I want you to join us anywhere that you want to join us from. We do our best to be on all the social media. We are only on 3 because of the capacity of our studio. In time, we are going to be upgrading to accommodate both Instagram, both TikTok, and other social media platforms, because we want to be everywhere. We want to preach this gospel. As you know, there are so many things going wrong on this agitation. So many people has fallen. The so-called media warriors, as I played before I started this program, all of them have turned their back against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, thinking that by doing so that IPOB will die. They don't know that we are coming. And because we are here, we are not going to look back. We are going to continue to do that which is needful, preaching the gospel for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. That is what we are doing, and that is what we will continue to do. We are not going to look back. There's no amount of attack on us. There's no amount of discouraged Facebook using their tools to discourage us, beating down our views, blocking our views. People trying to join us may not be able, could not join us because Facebook has hidden our program, but we shall continue to press on. That is why we encourage you to join us in any of our social media platforms. It doesn't matter where you are viewing us from. What matters is that you are here to view us and to partake or be a partaker of this gospel of freedom which we are preaching this evening from these platforms. Yes. This is IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Here we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear nor favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to represent any individual, but to represent and to defend our motherland, Biafra. Because for us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. And if you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies for that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, and his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra, and we are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. Welcome once again to this channel, to this page, to this platform, IPOB Western Cape Media TV, saying it the way it is. We are here without fear. We are not here with a favor, because here we don't have permanent friends. Neither do we have permanent enemies. Here, all we require from you is common sense. Because as they say, common sense is not common. Indeed, this struggle has proven that that is right, correct. Common sense is not common. No wonder they say that my people perish for lack of knowledge. That is exactly what our people have exhibited in these years that our leader is away. But notwithstanding, fellow Biafrans, I bring you greetings from my coordinator, Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi, in case you don't know, is the leader of the IPOB Western Cape representative. He is the one that is leading us here in this part of the world, and we love his style of leadership. And we have given him all the support that we could give to him. He has not disappointed us. And I want you to know that any other person that you see parading himself as a Western Cape coordinator is a fake, is a counterfeit. Always bear it in mind. We have only but one representative here, Mazi Nnamdi, tested and trusted. Know it and know peace. And therefore, and also I want to bring you greetings from our coordinators here in Western Cape. We have 9 coordinators in IPOB Western Cape. All of them are hardcores. Also, greetings is coming to you from our executive of IPOB Western Cape chat zones. We are all here together, fighting in one voice, with one voice, and we are going to achieve that which is necessary. All we want to achieve is that when our leader comes out, he will be proud of us. That is why here we hold on high the IPOB Code of Conduct. We are the people that brought IPOB Code of Conduct when the enemies tried to sat on it. We said no. IPOB Western Cape is the only zone in the whole planet of Earth that has a media platform. We have evolved in this part of the world. This part of the world has really evolved. Our leader here is leading us without looking back, focused, and we are following him, trusting in him, and he has not disappointed us. So we are here to resurrect the spirit of IPOB, the spirit of Biafra, the brotherhood, the closeness, the joy that made us who we are. So I want you to always join us. As you join us, do not forget to share our program. Very, very important that you share our program so that the world may know about us. So many people does not know about us. I must be frank. You know why? Because you are not sharing our programs. You are not doing enough to reach out to the world so that people who does not know about us will know about us. The more you share the program, the more new people join us, the more people know about us to identify with us. You don't need much to do. Our message will attract people to us. Those who want to hear the truth, those who are real IPOB, real freedom fighters, those who meant business, not sycophants, but real people, people of truth, those that Mazen Khan was looking at when he said, as IPOB, you must be whiter than white and whiter than snow. Those that are pure in their heart. That is the people that we are looking forward to. So share our program always. Comment on our program always. Like on our program always. These things helps. It helps. So I welcome you officially. And as you know, my name is Mazi Onyebuchi. I am your host. And by the special grace of Chukwokike, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator. And by the way, on Wednesday, today is 19, tomorrow is Tuesday, on the 21st of this month, we are hosting our meeting in Parkland. So if you are around, do not hesitate to join us. IPOB must not collapse. If you are a coordinator, do not allow your unit to collapse. The journey is almost to an end. Our leader is about to come out. Our leader is about to come out. When I say this word, believe me, don't doubt me. I know what I'm talking about. He's about to come out. So do not allow, as a coordinator, even if you are the only one that comes on that day and you pay your dues, it's all right. That is all that is needed. After all, it's your money. So do not allow yourself to be discouraged. Always call for meeting. Whether anybody is there or not, call for a meeting as a coordinator. And do not be there late. Be the first to sit there. That is the job of a coordinator. You know, our people do not know that being a coordinator is not an easy job. You need a lot of job to do. You know, that is why, we don't understand the job that we are jumping into. A coordinator, you are the grassroots breeding points. So as a coordinator, you must make sure that your unit is kept afloat. Floating. Do not allow it to collapse, sink. A lot of units has forgotten about IPOB monthly meeting. And what does that tell you? They are going against IPOB code of conduct. As a coordinator, if you understand what IPOB code of conduct is, you know that every month you must assemble the people. You must. So as a coordinator who understands his job, you must always endeavor to assemble the people on a monthly basis. Do not mind how many people that comes. It's not important. If you have a dedicated deputy and both of you are the only people that comes and both of you are able to do daily monthly contribution of 200, it's okay. Go and deposit it. And the family keep moving. That is all required from you. Preach IPOB to those who do not want to join the struggle or those who have fallen apart. Before anybody falls apart, there is a reason he fell apart. And you must find out as a coordinator why. Because I remembered when all these shenanigans started, when the Doors Are Wise started their shenanigans and were scattering people. Some of our comrades here who fell apart and joined. Then there was autopilot. They joined autopilot. When I confronted them, I told them, why are you not coming to the meeting? He said, okay, coordinator, you have asked me several times. Now I'm going to tell you. I do not understand where the money I'm giving to, contributing to the DOS is going. And I can't see what they are doing. So I have decided that I want to go the other way and make my contribution where I can see the money I'm contributing and understand what they are doing. So I said, well, you are an adult. It is your decision. I will not change it. As long as you are also, as you still fighting for this struggle, it is fine. Suit yourself. But the only thing I encourage you to do is do not stop fighting. Nobody is a failure. The only time it becomes a failure is when you stop trying. You can fall 10 times. It doesn't make you a failure. What makes you a failure when you stop standing up. So as long as you continue to fight for this struggle, you mustn't be giving your money to DOS or to whatever if your heart is telling you otherwise. Because they cost it after all. Because when Mazi Kanu was here with us, nobody was considering giving their money elsewhere. Everybody was scrambling. In fact, people want to give above others so that they will be recognized or be applauded by our leader. So many things went wrong. People start looking for places of abode where they can feel comfortable. Would you blame them for leadership failure? No. You do not blame people for your leader. What is that? Who is playing? Oh my God.
Use it for doing.
Sorry about that. I don't know. I told you that this evening when I brought out my gadget to start this program, I found out that all the videos I saved in my gadgets, which I use for the program, disappeared, and it was flooded with what is it called? With old videos that I played long time ago. So I had to start deleting them. That was why I didn't play our normal jingles here. So I want you to bear with me. I don't know where it's coming from, but whatever it is, we must continue. So before I go on this evening, I want to say to you, fellow Biafrans, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. To some of you, depends where you are viewing us from this evening. And I welcome every one of you that are here in this program this evening. May Chukwu Abiyama sustain you all. I was saying something before I was interrupted. I was saying that just like what is happening in the Zoological Republic today, it was as a result of years and years of leadership failure. And that was why, or rather, that is why we are looking for, we are asking for Biafra to come. Because we are not retrogressive. We are progressive people. We want to move forward. We want to be where things are functional. So when DOS failed, there was a lot of confusion in the family. So many people started scrambling for solutions. So many people started looking elsewhere. And they are today blaming somebody that was doing that which is needful. But we must not listen to them. We must encourage our people to do the right thing. We are wise people. We know what is right. We do it. That is why I doff my cap for IPOB Western Cape. We stood for that which is right, and we are not going to be swayed. We are not shifting our ground. We will stand for that which is right. When I look at all the comrades we have here in IPOB Western Cape, my heart is full of joy, because they are the reason that I am here. They are the reason that I'm here. And I thank you all for your support and for your constant love, which you are showering on me. You know, I want to also say something. Anytime I goes to my coordinator, Maz Innocent, anytime I visit him, because I always visit him in his shop, he wants to spoil me with something. Even when I'm not, I don't want anything, he insists. That is love. He do everything to show me love. Each time, even if I visit his shop 10 times a week, he gives me anything unless if there is nothing that he can give me. That is love, and I appreciate it very, very well. So I thank you for the love you are showing me, and may Chukwu Abiyama reciprocate. And this evening, you may be wondering, why are we here? Well, like I said before, I am supposed to be coming live at least 3 or 4 times in a week, because the job we are here to do is so huge. No time is enough. A lot of things happens, and we need to bring it to our people, because some of our people rely on us for news. Some of our people do not understand. They don't even know what is happening. But through what we are doing, they understand. So our coming once or twice a week is not enough. We need to increase it. But like I said, it's not easy. Everybody that lives in this country knows how tough this country is, how difficult it is. It's not easy. So you need to be on your toes, because we do our expenses on daily basis. On monthly basis, and it is hectic. So that is why. But I'll be trying my best to always update you, my fellow Biafrans, every time. And I want to ask you something. Have you voted for the self-referendum that is going on? Have you voted? It has been going on since 1st of this month of February, and it's still on. I want you that if you have not voted, it is time for you to go and vote. I like the fact that our people are responding. Though some people are skeptical, some people are suspicious and all that stuff. But why are you suspicious? Aren't you looking for Biafra? Don't you want Biafra anymore? If you say you want Biafra, you shouldn't question anything. Whatever that is they told you people to do, you do what? You do it. That is what makes you a freedom fighter. That's what makes you a serious person. So if you have not voted, look for the link and vote. Look for the link and vote. That is what makes you a Biafra. You can't be coming to IPOB meeting shouting Biafra, all hail Biafra, all hail Biafra. Now, you are listening to charlatans. All these charlatans, all these IPOB Nigeria, all these people all these gossips that sit up behind Radio Biafra, you are listening to them. Don't you see that something is wrong with you? You have been fighting, you have been dying, you have been campaigning, you have been suffering. Some of us are in exile. We may never step our legs at home if Biafra did not come. Now, opportunity for you to prove that indeed you are serious about it. You are stepping back. What is wrong with you? Don't you have the mind of your own to reason and think and know that by voting, you are truly fighting for Biafra. By going to vote on this referendum, truly shows that you are indeed serious about the agitation. Imagine a situation where 70 million of us voted. Do you know the gravity? Do you know the I'm going to show you, play a video. I'll be playing a video to you so you understand why you should go and vote. Because some people will come and tell you, truly, Igbos, real Igbos don't want Biafra. And by your refusal to vote, you are doing what? You are validating their lies. Because someone told you, they are going to take your information, your data. It's your data they want. What are they using your data to do? But when your passport expires, you go to Zoological Republic Embassy and do your passport. Is that not your data you're giving to them? Who gave you the data you're hiding away from them? The same Zoological Republic. When you go to the zoo, they will ask you to go and do NIS or NIN. You go and do. And other things. But now it comes to Biafra. The same people that you are fighting the Biafra with, the people join Biafra the way you join Biafra, willingly and voluntarily. They join Biafra the way you do, and they are the one dictating for you. And you think you are telling me you have something in your brain. Someone heard the voice of Onyendu and joined IPOB. Just like you heard the voice of Onyendu and joined IPOB. Both of you are here to listen and follow instruction from Onyendu through IPOB Code of Conduct. Now, the same person is now telling you what to do outside IPOB Code of Conduct, and you are doing it, telling us that you are defending something that is indefensible. Why do you think DOS need defense if they are doing the right thing? Do they need defense? They don't need defense. Just like I played a video of few of them to you before this program. I played that of Melchizedek. As I'm talking to you, Melchizedek is in the Zoological Republic making videos, live videos. You that is watching me, can you do it? My coordinator, Mazi Innocent earlier, can you do it? If you can do it, you write it here, I can do it. Let the world see. Even you, Mazi Osondo, can you? All of you that are here, can you do it? Can you go to the zoo now and you be on open work, making video, traveling from one state to another? But Melchizedek, whatever, is there. Today I saw his video where he's making video in a very scanty area, telling you that, oh, they will be lying to you that there is no sit at home. There is no sit at home. Oh. Then what you should ask is that guy, will this thing you are doing in any way advance the struggle? Will it? It won't. Yeah. Mazi Osondo said no, Mazi. Mazi can't. Thank God you are still here. Mazi Osondo cannot go to the zoo. Even if peradventure he's sneaking, he will be hiding. His village people may not even know that he's there. But sorry for that. Melchizedek is in the zoo as I'm talking to you. Trying to tell the world, but there are people who are, there's no sit at home. You look at the area he's telling you, there is a few people, very few people. Tell him the same place he was doing that video today. Tell him to go there tomorrow and do the same video the same time. Let's see if that dirty place he's standing, if he will stand there to make that video again. My coordinator, Mazi Innocent, I said, I cannot. Mazi, you see? Mazi, but you see? But the person that is here telling you, the people, the DOS those are wise, that are here telling you, Mazi and the Kanu, let me play his video again, where he was.
What reaction is that?
Organ or there. If it is a plan of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra to sideline the Directorate of State, sideline Ozokome, sideline Ejofo, organ or there, you go there, you go there for DSS. Now me talk him, which I know that is not possible. I know that he can't be part of it. He can't be such. He can't behave like that. Having learned his lesson by confiding in his family alone and at the same time some charlatans from America. And DOS have been bearing the burden for many years now. I told me go just some market. They trick him, having in mind that yes, he's dealing with his brother. He thought that the brother meant good for him. He said, okay, well, let me listen to my brothers and the others that are talking to me. And DOS are bearing the pain. We'll talk about another one again. So that I remember DOS, soon I'll free. And just to tell many of you that they are in charge, they stop your move. They stop it. And now people want to bring the narrative to tell the public that there's a doctor that is going to treat Onye and the DOS stop it. Yes. How I wish I would be part of them. I want them to stop it 100 times until things are being followed due process. It's an organization. How about take it? I tell you. Now let me show you the noise.
Now, having listened to him, you heard him very clear when he was boasting and telling you, oh, if Mazan Khan, his plan is to sideline Ejiofor, sideline Ozokome, that he's going to remain in prison. Ask this charlatan, where is Ifeanyi Ejiofor today? Where is Mike Ozokome today? No, we're asking him. This is a question that people should ask him. He said that our leader's plan, if his plan to sideline Ifeanyi Ejiofor and the Mike Ozokeme, that our leader will never come out, is going to remain in prison. Ask him now that our leader has finally sacked them. He didn't even sideline them. Sideline means that you put somebody by the corner, by the side, which he can be useful again, and you bring him in. But this is not just they were sacked. So what is message of that this I don't know why I talk calling Ekwensu that is not doing anything. This what is he going to do? What is his message to his fellow DOS are wise? When he was busy making all this noise, did you believe that he could step into the Zoological Republic and be walking around freely without anybody harassing him? You thought he was fighting with you. You thought, that is why in life, when you are doing something, do not do it because other people are doing. You will get yourself. You must define what you want to do, so that when the consequences shall come, you will carry it in your head without saying, "Oh, this person, I thought he deceived me." That was why I said what I said before. You came into IPOB without these people coming to drag you in. Now, you are in IPOB, just the way they are in IPOB. They are the ones now dictating for you. You cannot do anything of your own anymore. Your senses has been erased. You are unable to reason independently without first going to their gossip radio or their useless platform to go and get get advice from them. Just like I remember when IPOB South Africa was raging, when they tried to give us a politician as a Western Cape coordinator. When they wanted to give us a coordinator from back door, and you look at Mazo Ebuchi now, and I will say, oh, how are you? And you say, I'm IPOB. Oh, IPOB, you are. Who is your coordinator? I will point that guy. It's a shame. It's a shame. Someone that is morally bankrupted. Someone that is dirty in his heart. Someone that saw IPOB as a platform for politics, not a platform for freedom fighting, but a platform for political agenda, just like Egwatu has declared, just like the one in Ikechukwu, whatever is now, whatever, declared, just like they are declaring today. Very soon, Melchizedek will also declare, because he's in the zoo right now. Negotiations are going on. You don't know. Tomorrow he will do all these things. It's not that they have anything to offer, but they want to use them against Biafra. So that when you see them, you say, oh, after all, why am I suffering myself? Why am I doing this? Let me join these people. You can't join them. It will just be like in the north. When you want to be a military or a police, you first go and become a terrorist. When you are a terrorist now, you have got the qualification to be a police or army, depending on the one you choose. Now in our land, if you want to be a political thug or a political servant boys, you have to first be IPOB. When you become an IPOB, you will now be accepted into their political dirty game, just to discourage our people, to make our people see IPOB as irrelevant thing, to see the struggle as irrelevant. That is it. There is no other thing they want to achieve but what I just told you. All you need is to work against Biafran struggle. Then you are free. They don't need you. They don't need you for anything. They know the people they want. After all, one of them said, when this Melchizedek first arrived in the zoo, when the people were talking about it, one of them said, but what are they going to do with Melchizedek? Or with the other? That the people that they need is Maziam Dekano and Simon Ekpa. The same Simon Ekpa they said is nobody. The same Simon Ekpa they said he's working for Nigeria. They called him or calling him Nigeria agent Ekperima. The same person, they told you that, oh, all these people are not irrelevant. What is Nigeria going to do with them after all? The people they are looking for is big fish. The people that are doing something, real things. Mazi and the Kanu is in their net already. The second person they are coming for is Simon Ekpa, which is true. At least they have spoken the truth once in their lives. But you know, they don't know when they speak this truth. That is it. So now, I want you to understand that the reason I want you to make your stand solid by going to vote, I want to play this video. Listen. Because before I play the video, I want you to know that if you remember before, they will tell you, oh, Nigeria is indissoluble. Nigeria is that. It's non-negotiable. You cannot. It's treason. Is this talking about Nigerian division? You go, we die here. We can never go anywhere. But today they are discussing about it, even in their television. Who made it possible? If not you, if not me, if it's not all of us that are working, constantly putting them on their toes. Today, they are discussing about the possibilities. But you know the zoo, the reason why you shouldn't trust them is that everything they are doing there is ulterior motives. And it's always an ulterior motives. If it is not to discourage you or to make your effort looks impossible or irrelevant, but you must know and understand the antics of the Zoological Republic. But everything they do, we must hold it and keep it as a record, because we need all the record in this world so that we can be able to know what is this thing.
Can be useful.
I don't know what's wrong with that thing. Always coming up here. Now I want to show you something. Where is this video, man? Who is that? Don't call me now. Do not call me now. Does it mean that no wonder. Now listen to this video. I want you to watch the video and listen to what each of them have to say. Then after that, I will come back and tell you one or two about it. But I'm not going to pause it. I will allow it to flow for you to listen to each and every one of them speak. And you, before I go into analyzing this video, you might have understood the video. But I want you to listen carefully. Hello? 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 Okay. Okay.
Where somebody
from any of these tribes are Nigerian. Kelechi Daniel is saying, you said you were born Nigerian, your father and grandfather are Nigerians. I put the question to you. I believe your grandfather is older than Nigeria. That's a fact. And now, what nationality was your grandfather? It was an Isako man, from, and he migrated from Benin. His ancestors as well migrated to.
Please, if you can hear, I know I got a message that the video I was playing, nobody was hearing it. If you can hear it now, please. Okay, it's working now. Okay. Then let me continue. Sorry about that. I will continue now.
Three tweets addressed me. Yes. Because I said I am not from any of these tribes, I'm Nigerian. Kelechi Daniel is saying, you said you were born Nigerian, your father and grandfather are Nigerians. I put the question to you. I believe your grandfather is older than Nigeria. That's a fact. And now, what nationality was your grandfather? It was an Isako man, from, and he migrated from Benin. His ancestors as well migrated to Isako. And we don't know any other region. That region is in the center of Nigeria. Where do you want to put him and put me eventually? So the entity we know is Nigeria. Don't divide us. So that when I get to I'll be a minority because I might not be able to speak the language. I'll be a minority. So don't confuse us. We've already formed this nation called Nigeria, and we'd rather remain there.
just like many other countries, you said there's a blueprint. Other countries have done it. In Europe, they've divided themselves to so many other countries. We have Slovakia, we have all these other smaller countries that less than a million in some areas. We've had UAEs. We have other countries, even in the UK. There was a time they were having that conversation. So nobody's saying that we should divide. People are saying that every group deserves. The thief man deserves
to be heard.
Every single tribe deserves to be heard. I'm almost there. We're all throwing at something. So everybody can come to the table. But we can say, you know what, this might not be working. Can we face the reality?
One of the reasons that we started having agitations from Biafra and all of that, because they felt they were marginalized.
These three tweets addressed me. Yes. Because I said I am not from any of these tribes, I'm Nigerian. Kelechi Daniel is saying, you said you were born Nigerian, your father and grandfather are Nigerians. I put the question to you. I believe your grandfather is older than Nigeria. That's a fact. And now, what nationality was your grandfather? It was an Isako man, from, and he migrated from Benin. His ancestors as well migrated to Isako. And we don't know any other region. That region is in the center of Nigeria. Where do you want to put him and put me eventually? So the entity we know is Nigeria. Don't divide us. So that when I get to I'll be a minority because I might not be able to speak the language. I'll be a minority. So don't confuse us. We've already formed this nation called Nigeria, and we'd rather remain there.
Just like many other countries, you said there's a blueprint. Other countries have done it. In Europe, they've divided themselves to so many other countries. We have Slovakia, we have all these other smaller countries that less than a million in some areas. We've had UAEs. We have other countries, even in the UK. There was a time they were having that conversation. So nobody's saying that we should divide. People are saying that every group deserves. The thief man deserves
To be
to be
heard,
represented.
treated, yeah.
Every
Somebody
single
says
tribe
a
deserves
message.
to be heard. We're
Only
300, hang on, I'm
equity.
almost there. We're over 300 and something. So everybody can
Deserves
come
to
to
be
the
heard.
table.
Yeah.
But we can say, you know what, this may not be working. Can we face the reality?
One of the reasons that we started having agitations from Biafra and all of that, because they felt they were marginalized. Trust me, the true Igbo man does not want to secede. They are the ones that leave their state and go to other states to have businesses. I am not a Yoruba person, but I am in Lagos. I have my business in Lagos. I have my home in Lagos. Why do I want to succeed? But now they are shouting because it seems like they are being treated as the minority and they need to be heard.
Yeah.
So the problem is not with succeeding, because even if we do not treat our lack of integrity and corruption, will still trickle it down to that secession and we'll have a problem.
There's no unity without equity of everybody involved. And that's the biggest challenge we have, is that many people feel like there's no equity whenever it is their own turn, or they don't have an opportunity to get a chance at contributing towards the country. So it is important that we address that elephant in the room, which is that suddenly, when there is a loud clamor for the Southeast to come into presidency, the PDP has come out to declare that at this time of this country, we should focus on competence and not region. But it was the same PDP that ceded to Southwest, then ceded to the North. So why did you cede on 2 occasions, and then when you're supposed to go to another region, you now decide to focus on competence? Like, why can't we cede to a location and say, okay, we would not prioritize competence within this location?
Forget all this, whether one region is ruling or one region can be ruling, but if there are equal opportunities.
Now, I'm going to, you have listened to this video. This discussion going on here is about the eventual disintegration of the Zoological Republic. And now, this thing has never happened before, that people will come on a program and their discussion will center at how Nigeria will disintegrate, and the possibilities of disintegration of Nigeria. But it is happening in our eyes. The discussion has just begun, and now we are going to, the reason I play this video, because like I told you before, when you are dealing with Zoological Republic, those one Nigerianists, you do not be carried away. Focus, because in everything there is ulterior motive. They can never be straight. If you look at this first lady, I will allow her to talk. Then when she finished, I will talk about her own, then the next person, and then the last person. And I will try to tell you what each and every one of them is trying to tell you. The lies, the propaganda that they are trying to sell to you. One of the reasons I am playing this video is for you to understand the roles of those who will tell you, do not vote for Biafra because your data is going to be collected and be given to, I don't know who is looking for your data. I don't know who's the 70 million people's data is going to be, who is going to be given to, and what for. But let's not just say yes, it's going to be so. But do you know what? They are trying to validate some of these people here, because you heard one of them clearly when they told you that, oh, true Igbo man does not want to secede. That he has, because he has properties in Lagos, now it shows that he doesn't, true Igbo people don't want to secede. So in actual sense, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a fake Igbo. He's a false Igbo. Mazi Ebuchi is a false Igbo. And all thousands and millions of people who identified with this struggle, this woman that is here is telling you that we all are false Igbos. That the true Igbos, those one Nigerianists, those people that does not even get up to 1% in our land, those that are criminals, still benefiting from the criminality in the Zoological Republic. They don't want They don't want Biafra. But we shall get there. So that is why I'm playing. So you know the role, the damage. These people that will tell you, oh, do not vote for this referendum. They are trying to do what? To validate these lies and propaganda that lady was saying to you. So let's listen to this woman first.
We understand that it is about competence. But when one region is ruling, only that medical suites addressed me. Yes. Because I said I am not from any of this tribe, I'm Nigerian. Kelechi Daniel is saying, you said you were born Nigerian, your father and grandfather are Nigerians. I put the question to you. I believe your grandfather is older than Nigeria. That's a fact. And now, what nationality was your grandfather? It was an Esako man, and he migrated from Benin. His ancestors as well migrated to Esako. And we don't know any other region. That region is in the center of Nigeria. Where do you want to put him? And put me eventually. So the entity we know is Nigeria. Don't divide us. So that when I get to I'll be a minority because I might not be able to speak the language. I'll be a minority. So don't confuse us. We've already formed this nation called Nigeria. We would rather remain there. Just like
now, let's talk about this lady. You know, she just told you, do not divide us because I'm in Nigeria. If I go with my true identity, that means if I go to the west, to the Oduduwa, that is to the Yoruba land, I become a minority there because I'm not able to speak their language. That is her own excuse, which she knew before she told you these lies. She already knew that she is trying to deceive you. There is no basis for what she just said about being a minority because you are, just like as I am a full-blooded Igbo man. And I will go to Yoruba land. Instead of, when you ask me who I am, I will tell you, oh, I'm a Nigerian, not Igbo, because I don't want you to see me as a minority in Yoruba land. And if Nigeria is one, as she is trying to portray, why should the issue of minority always surface? Why? Because first I am Igbo before I become a Nigerian. You cannot take that away from me. I am Igbo first before becoming Nigeria. So why would you see me as a minority in my own country? Why must we always talk about minority? Minority shouldn't always surface each time we have discussion about a country or in a place we call our own. Just like here where I am, there is nothing, I've not heard anything since that terms, minority, from the politicians or from the citizens of this country. That does not mean that when they see colors, they don't know that this person is a colored. When they see a Xhosa, they don't know that Cape Town belongs to the colored people. The Xhosas are coming from other places. But as long as you are a citizen of South Africa, wherever you are, it is your place. If you leave Eastern Cape and comes to Western Cape, automatically everything about you is here. You have become a part and parcel of this Western Cape. That is how it is done. There is nothing like, oh, you came from Eastern Cape and that means you are a minority. That issue of minority never arises anywhere in South Africa because they are truly practicing oneness. There is no space for division here. But in Nigeria, it's always minority, indigenous, in this, that. And when they want you to agree with them that indeed they are one. When everything that has to do with them is pointing at division, we are not one. We are not one. But they want to deceive people into believing that they are one people. Who is talking about that?
These
medical
three tweets addressed me.
Yes.
Because I said I am not from any of this tribe, I'm Nigerian. Kelechi Daniel is saying, you said you were born Nigerian, your father and grandfather are Nigerians. I put the question to you. I believe your grandfather is older than Nigeria, that's a fact. And now, what nationality was your grandfather? It was an Isako man, and he migrated from Benin. His ancestors as well migrated to Isako. And we don't know any other region. That region is in the center of Nigeria. Where do you want to put him and put me eventually? So the entity we know is Nigeria. Don't divide us. So that when I get to Oduduwa, I'll be a minority because I might not be able to speak the language. I'll be a minority. So don't confuse us. We've already formed this nation called Nigeria.
Do you hear that? Do not divide us. But the truth is that you cannot speak Yoruba. You can't. Nobody is dividing you, telling you are not a Yoruba because you cannot speak Yoruba. But because you cannot speak Yoruba in a true federation does not matter anything. Because you are part and parcel of that country. Your inability to speak the language of your host does not in any way deny you your right. After all, Nigeria is English-speaking country. So you will be judged by your inability to speak English language. But as long as you can communicate in English, that means you can assimilate in any part of the country. You don't have to learn the language, Yoruba language or Hausa language or Igbo language to live in any part of these places. So if we say, and you made a, when people talk about we were created to become, who created Nigeria? You are so proud of. Is that your ancestor that you said that migrated from Benin to Isako? Were they among those who created Nigeria? Did any Isako man sign that he is part of Nigeria? That is the question. But now she's bold enough to tell you, this country we know, this country we were created to be. Who created it? Is it too much to ask that we renegotiate these things? Because the records are there. Nigeria was created by the British. The British created Nigeria, and those people that joined hands together to sign Nigeria, to sign for the amalgamation of Nigeria, none of them are alive today. This is a new generation, new people. We don't know who they are. We have rights to renegotiate our existence. We have rights to come together and say, okay, we want to continue to live together or we want to go our separate ways. After all, you said that your fathers migrated from Benin. That means your fathers are Benin people. They are Benin people before Nigeria. So it is not bad if you go back to who you used to be before and now said, okay, we want to associate with these people.
I would rather remain there.
Just like many other countries, you said there's a blueprint. Other countries have done it in Europe.
Now let's listen to this lady and also hear from her own perspective, because each of them spoke differently from others. So this lady is taking another dimension.
They've divided themselves to so many other countries. We have Slovakia, we have all these other smaller countries that left.
This lady is trying to tell you that there is nothing difficult, bad about dividing ourselves in smaller components. After all, in Europe, he used former Soviet Union as an example. He talked about Yugoslavia. He talks about all the countries that were small countries. She knew about it. She knew how small they were. But today, they exist as a separate entities from each other. They are now countries of their own. So she's trying to tell you that it's not bad if such thing could happen. But listen to her. Do not trust the zoo. They always have ulterior motive. Look at her and to the end and see if she is actually sincere in her narrative.
in millions in some areas. We've had UAEs. We have other countries, even in the UK. There was a time they were having that conversation. So nobody's saying that we should divide. People are saying that every group deserves. The thief man deserves.
Now, you see, look at this woman's face. Look at how she is looking at her, the Boko Haram lady. Look at her from Esakon. Look at how she is looking at her, because she was drifting. But before you know it, she fall in place. Now, after telling you that there is nothing bad, after all, this country, he mentioned UAE, he mentioned Slovakia, he mentioned that, and all the countries that he mentioned are progressive. They are all progressive countries. They are doing well, living as a separate nations. After giving you these narratives, now what does she do? She reminds you, now start to play smart and tell you, oh, I'm not saying we should divide though, because we can live. How can you live like that? How can you have every tribe, every race, or every tribe will have their own their own headman in a country? How is it going to work? Where every race, every tribe will have their own headman in Asorok. Let us go and bring all the over 300 nationalities, tribes in the Zoological Republic. Each one will have a headman in Asorok. Asorok will have to expand now. They have to build more rooms. There is nothing like we are trying to build this or build that. But let's continue listening to her.
To be heard. Every single tribe deserves to be heard. I'm almost there. We're over 300 and something. So everybody can come to the table. Yeah. But we can say, you know what, this might not be working. Can we face the reality?
One of the reasons that we started having agitations from Biafra and all of that.
Now, this is my point. This lady, I was waiting for her to speak. Before she go on to vomit her nonsense, I want to know from her words, she is Igbo person. It's only Igbo Kobu, an Igbo woman. And now she is here representing Ndi Igbo. And she is here speaking on behalf of Ndi Igbo. Now, let us listen to her own myopic mind. And let us listen to her own lies and propaganda. Because by listening to this lady, you know that this lady is a slave. She's a complete non-entity. She is a complete lost soul. If I'm not wrong, this lady she may be one of those that said, my mother said, or my father said, Abibo. All this one you hear and saying this, she may not even know how to. If you ask this lady to speak or to say what she just said here in Igbo, she may not be able to say it. But now she is representing Ndi Igbo. She is here speaking on behalf of Ndi Igbo. But let's listen to her.
Because they felt they were marginalized. Trust me, the true Igbo man does not want to secede. They are the ones that
lies from those fake one Nigerianists. In fact, a true Igbo person wants to secede since yesterday. You may not understand what I just said now. A true Igbo man or Igbo woman wants to secede since yesterday. Because the last time I checked, it is not the Yorubas that are standing behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is Ndi Igbo. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not asking for Nigeria to be better. He's asking for total freedom for Biafrans. And the same Ndi Igbo are queuing behind him. The same Ndi Igbo are sitting at home in protest for the extraordinary nation against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But you are here telling us that we, the same or Igbo, don't want to secede. Let me tell you something. The worst thing that happens to Igbo, let me speak about Igbo now. The worst thing that happens to Igbo is being in the same union with Yorubas and the Hausa and Fulanis. That is the same, and we understood it, and we have never gotten it wrong. Look at what is happening in the zoo today. Do you think if we were in Biafra, we're having this kind of issue in our country? Do you think so? So when you come here to vomit nonsense in national television, you must first chew it. Then listen to your mind. Am I saying the right thing? Am I representing the people? It is better you say you don't want Biafra. You don't want to secede. Don't say a true Igbo person. Because all of us, 99.9% of us, want to secede, like yesterday. You don't represent us with lies. What you should be doing is, okay, true Igbo people don't want the Biafra. I mean, to secede here, Biafra. Now, I call Nigerian government to give them the referendum they are asking for, so that you will be proven right. You people should stop all this nonsense. Call Nigeria, okay, I trust my people. They don't want Biafra. They want to remain in Nigeria. Call this referendum so that I'll be proven right. That is how to say it. Don't come here and sell lies to people.
Leave their state and go to other states to have businesses. I am not a Yoruba person, but I am in Lagos. I have my business in Lagos. I have my...
This is where your myopic minds are playing tricks on you. You know, this lady, like I told you, she's not a true Igbo daughter. Because I understand how our women are. Our women are fearless. Our women are focused. And our women are strong. You see this lady now, she is not a true Igbo daughter. If she was born in Igbo land and she grew up in Igbo land, I think the father should look for possible DNA. Maybe she was one of those that Fulanis raped their mother in the bush. Because what she's saying now does not make her a true Igbo daughter. Igbos, we in Igbo, we are sensible. We in Igbo, we think out of the box. We in Igbo, we think ahead of other people. We in Igbo, we are vibrant and we are progressive in nature. That is why all these people in the Zoological Republic are afraid of us. There's no two ways about it. It's not that we in our history we have taken other people's land. It's not that we have fought other tribes to take their land. It's not that we conquered anybody. No. The only reason they are afraid of us is because of our nature. We are strong, we are focused, we are progressive, and we do not associate ourselves with people that does not like progress. So now, this lady talks about going to Lagos to invest, going to there to invest. And if you ask her, does it mean that there are no Igbo people that have investment outside Zoological Republic? So because you have investment, or because I reside in South Africa, for instance, now I have become a South African. Is that what this lady is telling you? Is this lady trying to tell me that now that Mazen Buchi is in South Africa, he is now a South African? If that is lie, if that is not so, if I could live miles and miles and miles away, and I'm not part of that country, what about me living about few hours to another state? Our people have the right to invest in any part of the world. That is why our people have investment in Australia. Our people have investment in New Zealand. Our people have investment in United States, in Canada, in India, in Pakistan, all over the planet, our people are there doing their business. It's called money. It's called investments. Investments. Even in Zoological Republic, MTN is there. ShopRite is there. All these investment, foreign investments are there. Does it mean that because now they are investing in Nigeria, now they are now part of Nigeria? Is that what this? If you ask this woman now, she will tell you, "Oh, I'm a graduate of this in one of the universities in the Zoological Republic." But when she will reason from the lowest point of life. What are you not talking about here? If you want to make a point, make sure you make a reasonable point so that when those people who are intellectually sound are listening to you, they will know indeed you know what you're talking about. Don't come here and give out crap in the name of analyzing or in the name of representing. You represent nobody because you don't know yourself. You first and foremost understand yourself before you can now position others. You are a lost soul, and you're trying to speak to Almighty Igbo Nation. You are trying to reason for Almighty Igbo Nation. You are trying to talk about Almighty Igbo Nation because of ordinary investments. Let us step it back. During the war, before the war, our people had investment all over Nigeria. But when the war happened, what happened to those investments? Was it safeguard? It was not. If they were Nigerians and they were investing in Nigeria, why shouldn't their properties be protected under any guise? Under no circumstances shall you encroach in a fellow citizen's properties, in another person's property. It doesn't matter whether the person is a citizen or not. As long as the person is a bona fide owner of a company or a property in any country of the world, the person, whether he is there or not, nobody should encroach. Don't have to be a nationality, a citizen to own a property. So you're analyzing, whatever you're trying to analyze here is nonsense. Among all the women here, you are the lowest and you pride yourself as only Igbo. I'm sorry for you.
My home in Lagos, why do I want to succeed? But now they are shouting because it seems like they are being treated as the minority and they need to be heard. Yeah. So the problem is not with...
Oh my God, what did I do?
These three tweets addressed me. Yes. Because I said I am not vibe.
People are able. But we can say, you know what? This might not be working. Can we face the reality?
But now they are shouting. But now they are shouting because it seems like they are being treated as the minority and they need to be heard. Yeah. So the
have an opportunity to get a chance at contributing towards the country. So it is.
I don't even understand what is happening here. Does it mean this video is paused? Is the video paused? What is happening here? Let me see. Okay. So sorry about that. I think I touched the wrong button.
Marginalized. Trust me, The true Igbo man does not want to secede, though. They are the ones that leave their state and go to other states to have businesses. I am not a Yoruba person, but I am in Lagos. I have my business in Lagos. I have my home in Lagos. Why do I want to succeed? But now they are shouting because it seems like they are being treated as the minority and they need to be heard. So,
did you hear? She is here making you to see her as a representative of Ndi Igbo, that she is speaking on behalf of Ndi Igbo. Now, when it goes to a point of trying to list our grievances, she made it look as if she is unaware of the true situation, or she made it to look as if she does not understand the reason we are agitating. Instead of her to say we are marginalized, she said it looks as if, let me go back, let me take it a bit backward.
They are shouting because it seems like they are being treated as the minority and they need to be heard. So
we are shouting, they are shouting because it seems they are being treated as a minority. Did you see that? Did you hear? It seems she is not even direct. She's not even convinced. She is not even vocal about this. She doesn't have the audacity, the way she said that true Igbo son or true Igbo person does not want to secede because of their businesses. Now, when it gets to the grievances of Ndi Igbo, she made you to understand that she is not aware. It seems that because they are trying to be treated as a minority. That is why, my dear, we are not trying to fight for our freedom because of marginalization. You people should stop selling all these lies. We are not afraid. After all, look at what is happening in the zoo today. There is hunger all over the zoo, protests all over the zoo. But in our land, with this Monday sit at home that has been going on for the past 2.5 years now, we are not complaining. We are not complaining. Do you know why? We have developed a very thick skin. We have gone through the thing, through the sun, through the moon, through the sea, through the river. We have seen it all. We have passed through civil war. We have passed through these things. We have experienced every kind of dehumanization in the hands of Nigeria. We started with 20 pounds. We understood what starvation means. We have passed through starvation. We have passed through all these things. So with years of experience and everything we have seen in Nigeria, we can never complain about ordinary hunger that is going on in Nigeria today. It's not that we don't feel it, or that our people don't feel the hunger, but it has never gotten to that point. Whether Nigeria government is doing something or not, after all, we are not part of Nigeria. Nigerian government does not even know we exist. Tell me one meaningful company or industry, built by the government in our land. Show me one embassy, one thing that is being run by the championed by the government that is in our land. All these years, they left us. We were building everything. Everything you see in our land, we built it from the scratch by ourselves. The airport you see today in our land, we built it. All the schools you see today in our land, we built it. Any mansion you see today in our land, we built it. The road, we built it. The bridges, we built it. Everything we built. So we do not care about marginalization. All we ask for is right to live, right to life and safety of our properties. Nigeria has proven time with that number that they could not secure our lives and properties. That is why we are agitating for Biafra. That is why we want a separate country where we can make our laws and defend it. not marginalization. Marginalization is not the point. We can play politics in any level in Zoological Republic if only there is a level playing ground. But in a situation where there is a no level playing ground, we are not involved in politics and we are not complaining. The only thing that touches us is that our women are being raped, our mothers are being murdered in their farms, our fathers are being slaughtered in their farms, our children, our youth are being killed on a daily basis by the same people that is supposed to guide them, the Nigerian security agents. We have no protection. We get no protection from the government of Nigeria. When we comes out to vote, they kill us. When we comes out to protest, they kill us. Everything we do in the Zoological Republic, they use this as an opportunity to kill us. Looking at all these things, we decided that it is better for us to have our own separate country where we'll be safe and our properties safe. That is the reason. So don't sell or change the narrative by creating a picture that we are running away or trying to run away from Nigeria because of marginalization. That is not true. And I must clear that.
So the problem is not with succeeding, because even if we do not treat our lack of integrity and corruption, will still trickle.
Did you hear that? She indicted us here, and like I told you, this lady is not a true Igbo starter, because in everything she's saying here is against us. She's trying to indict us. Now she indicts us that we lack integrity and we are corrupt, because she's trying to speak for the Igbo, Ndi Igbo now. She's not speaking for Nigeria in general. So she paints a picture telling you, showing you that Ndi Igbo that Ndi Igbo lack integrity and that Ndi Igbo are corrupt. That until we treat those things, if we succeed, we are still going to have the same problem. That is what she's telling you. Because she understands that wherever she is today, or whatever position she have attained today, she attained that position through corruption and misrepresentation of Ndi Igbo. So because of that, she sees every other Oni Igbo as doing the same. When it comes to as Nigeria, as far as Zoological Republic is concerned, we are only people that have our integrity intact. We are the only people that does not depend on corruption to succeed. We do not depend on Nigerian government, and for the fact that we are not a part of Nigerian government, we are devoid of corruption, because every other thing we do it by ourselves, and you see it. There is proof. When you say that this Igbo person is rich, there will be a record of his riches. You will see the record of where he started, how he grew to this level. That is the history of Oni Igbo in Nigeria. But in other tribes, when you hear that they are rich, you may not be able to find the source of their riches, because they got their riches through corruption. So when you talk about corruption, do not involve Ndi Igbo. Corruption will never be a problem to us running a nation of our own. You have to give us the Biafra first and forget about what we do with it. It is not your business. It is our business. It is our fish, and we are going to fry it. So allow us to do our things. Give us our freedom. Let us go and die if it is death. Let us go and die. Why are you so much interested in our life, just like now, you are not interested about whether we live or we die. You said you're not going to leave Mazanakan, even if we like. Let us sit at home for 10 years. We are not going. You don't care because the economy is only affecting the economy of Southeast. That means you don't care. You care less about us. Because if you say we are one, if you say that what touches me touches you, you wouldn't want me to suffer. You wouldn't want me to take a position that will hurt me. You will do everything to listen to me. Just like the white man who comes to tell you, oh, you know, you live, when you die, you go to heaven. Live as a poor man. Live, don't like money, don't like wealth. That love of money is the root of evil. Don't do that, don't do that. Don't build mansion here. Your mansion is in heaven, imaginary heaven. But the same white man is here building mansions, building his own heaven here. You are preparing for imaginary nation. Imaginary heaven. That is it. So do not build that imaginary nation for us. Allow us to get it. Then we are going to do everything to make it success.
Down to that secession and we'll have a problem.
There's no unity without equity of everybody involved. And that's
this lady that is speaking now is the only one that spoke. And when you look at her, the way she is presenting her word with humility, with respect, she is presenting her words, her arguments, and she made a lot of sense. There is no unity. She started by saying, there is no unity with what? Let us listen to her again.
Of everybody involved. And that's the biggest challenge we have, is that many people feel without equity of everybody involved. And that's the big
have a problem.
There's no unity without equity of everybody involved.
There is no unity without equity of everyone involved. There is no equity. I mean, for equity, or she said what? I forgot. Let me go back.
Equity of everybody involved. And that's the biggest challenge we have, is that many unity without equity of everybody involved.
There is no unity without equity of everyone involved. There is no equity. You must first and foremost make it very simple. Define it. If you give Mr. A 2, give Mr. B 2, give Mr. C 3, give Mr. D 4. That is how it should be. Nobody shall have more than others. When it comes to Zoological Republic today, when it comes to Senate House, Kano people have over 42 or 44 senators representing only Kano in Senate. Why in the entire East, 5 eastern states, they are not even up to 40-something. They are only 20-something. How can you balance that? Is there equity there? Is there fairness there? How do you want to balance this thing? That one state has more representative than over 10 states. One. And how are they going to fight for what is rightfully theirs in that place? Without the order, that means that one state has the power to decide for the rest of the eastern states. And you tell me that we should continue like that. You are a fool.
And that's the biggest challenge we have, is that many people feel like there's no equity whenever it is their own turn, or they don't have an opportunity to get a chance at contributing towards the country. So it is important that we address that elephant in the room, which is that suddenly, when there is a loud clamor for the Southeast to come into presidency, the PDP has come out to declare.
Did you hear? She is representing I don't know whether she is Igbo, but she's not speaking as an Igbo person. The person that's supposed to say what she's saying did not even go there. She is telling you how corrupt and how we lack integrity. He's telling you how we don't want this, but look at this lady lecturing her on what she should be saying. Everything she failed to say, this lady is telling you. This lady is telling you that when it's turn for only able to go to Asarok, now issue of competency arises. Now, when you talk about competencies, do you mean that Atiku is more competent than all the Igbo politicians put together? Do you think that Buhari is more competent than all the Igbo politicians put together? Why are we here talking about competency in a country as low as Zoological Republic, where people that rule them without certificate? Country that goes to the lowest of low to pick a leader. Suddenly, issue of competency arise. Now let us continue listening to her.
Clear that at this time of this country, we should focus on competence and not region. But it was this same PDP that ceded to Southwest, then ceded to the North. So why did you cede on 2 occasions, and then when you're supposed to go to another region, you now decide to focus on competence? Like, where can we cede to a location and say, okay, we would now prioritize competence within this location?
Forget all this, whether one region is ruling or one region can be ruling, but if there are equal opportunities, we will understand that is equal.
This is the worst. This is Boko Haram. This Boko Haram is the one. She shouldn't be here in the first place. You know how I say it's not a problem about why would one region be ruling? Why would you make such statement in a country as dynamic as Zoological Republic? A country where we have different ethnic nationalities. A country where we have people in different fields. Now you are suggesting that it is good, even though if one region is ruling, why would one region be ruling the other people? Where we are about 2 million or over 200 million. Why would one group of people be ruling the rest? Does it mean that other people are incapacitated? Does it mean that other people are not human beings? They don't have people competent to, you see these people with these Boko Haram people, they don't believe in equity. They don't believe in fairness. They don't believe in justice. They believe that it is their right to rule others because they believe that they are born to rule. It doesn't matter whether he is a Boko Haram from the east, not. As long as you join these people, you start covering this thing. As she covered, look at her now. She covered her head, her brain. She covered her reasoning to think, to reason. She do not reason. Before she will reason, she has to remove this thing she's wearing in her head. But as long as she wears this thing in her head, she sees herself as the one that determines, as a determinate factor in this room. She's the only one that determines for other people. Other people's opinion does not matter to her because she's a Boko Haram. That is why she has the audacity to tell you, would you allow only Igbo man to rule you? Would you allow only Southeast to be ruling the rest of the zoo in perpetuity? Would you allow it? She will not allow it to. When she's saying this thing, she's talking about his fellow brothers, his Boko Haram people in the north.
It is about competence. But when one region is ruling, only that region is getting employment in CBN. Only that region is getting employment in NNPC. When they said the oil was in the pipeline, everybody in the Niger Delta, including my study petrochemical engineering, how many of them got the jobs? It was about the referral. And we must deviate from that part where somebody has to stamp your CV before you get an employment.
Okay, so there are lots of issues we have to run. But the truth is that we've all heard that politics is local. Security now, they're telling us is local. You cannot do this general, everything. Economic growth is local. These are things that have to be done in smaller groups. So the question, therefore, is unity is important because everybody, equity is important. At the same time, true federalism, where everybody, every key region, now we might have to redefine what a key region is. We have to redefine, okay, because the north is saying I'm in 3 bars. There's a east, northeast, there's a northwest, there's a north central, there's a southeast, there's south, there's a south. We have different groups. So even if you break into 10 groups, hang in there, even if you break into 10 groups, can these 10 groups have control of their resources? Can they then begin to contribute to the center? Can we then have a real conversation?
That they did not resolve at confab. That was the only thing they did not successfully resolve at confab was they resolved, but they didn't implement.
Resource
control.
Resource control to region. Resource control. No, they resolved. They didn't implement. So that resource control can take care of. Which one?
We have to continue this conversation. Unfortunately, we have can't take it. We are out of time. Maybe we'll move it. If our producers allow us, we'll do tomorrow. That's
Welcome back. Now, you have listened to them, and you have seen how they are trying to, the narrative they are trying to sell. But whatever, the good news is that they are discussing it. It starts from there, and it's going to escalate. There will come a time every channels in Zoological Republic will be discussing best way to divide Nigeria. And I want you to remember, as a Biafran, as a freeborn of Igbo land, that this protest that is going on in Zoological Republic is not for us. They can protest, they can kill each other, they can face off each other. It is totally their business. But in our land, we are not going to protest because we don't have any reason to do so. We are living the same way we have been living for the past 54 years. It's the same way we are still living. That nothing has changed. Nothing has changed for us. So we don't have any reason to join any stupid, useless, futile protest. It's not for us. We work for everything, every dime we earn as Biafrans, we earn it. We don't steal. We don't depend on government for stipulates. We depend on ourselves, on our ability to make things happen. And that is exactly what we are doing. And that is exactly what we continue to do. So, I will be drawing the curtain here, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. And I will be coming live again very soon. You know, like I said, it's always, no time is enough to discuss. You just imagine, within 2 hours, I'm able to treat this way. But before I go, I want to play this one final video. It has always been on my mind to do so. I want to play it so that you understand what the enemies are trying to do. No, not this one, not this one. Okay, it's this one.
My message to those who said they regretted not listening to Nnamdi Kanu, and that now they know that they are running away from Nigeria. But if you're running away from Nigeria,
I don't know who this guy is, but I saw his video and I listened to it, and I picked interest. I wanted to hear what he has to say. I wanted to hear what he has to say. I don't know, but he's a Biafran, but from the river area, from his accent, he's not Igbo Biafran. He's from river area. So I want us to listen to it.
were running to Samuel Ekpa. Here's the deal. You are only running from Nigeria to Nigeria because Samuel Ekpa is not working for Nnamdi Kanu. He's not fighting for Nnamdi Kanu.
Now listen to this guy. This guy is one of those gullible fellows. This guy is one of those who are into opposition for the sake of opposition. These guys are one of those whom the IPOB One Nigeria and DOS are wise has sold wrong narratives to. And instead of them to put their eyes down and look at all the stories that they were being told and know who is lying and who is truthful. Now, he is here to attack Simon Ekpa. You heard when she said that going to Simon Ekpa or following Simon Ekpa is like running from Nigeria to Nigeria. Now, when you ask this guy, how is Simon Ekpa another Nigerian? He will not be able to explain. All he knows is that his masters told him that Simon Ekpa is a Nigeria agent. And because for that, every other thing that you say or do is irrelevant to him. He sticks to it and he is running to it with it. That is why he's coming here to tell you that Simon Ekpa is not working for Nnamdi Kanu. Simon Ekpa is not doing this. Who told him all these things? The men behind Radio Biafra, those gossips, those IPOB Nigeria, they are the ones selling this narrative to him. The same people that are in the zoo today making live video, they are the one who told him that Simon Ekpa is a Nigerian agent. The same people who travel to Nigeria and go and get a bubago to guide them, they are the one who told him that Simon Ekpa is a Nigerian agent. And the question you should ask him, can Simon Ekpa go to Nigeria and make a live video? And he will be alive in the next 1 minute. Can Simon Ekpa go to Nigeria and contract a bubago to guide him? These questions, they will not answer you, but Simon Ekpa is a Nigerian agent. Let's continue listening.
If Samuel Ekpa is fighting for Nnamdi Kanu, there's no way he can create a military to give Nigerian government the reason to go to the east and kill people.
Well, listen to me. First and foremost, you get it wrong. Simon Ekpa is fighting for Biafra. You understand it? Simon Ekpa is fighting for Biafra. When you said Simon Ekpa is not fighting for Nnamdi Kanu, it seems as if Simon Ekpa is here to fight for Nnamdi Kanu. Simon Ekpa is fighting for Biafra. He created military for Biafra defense. He is fighting for Biafra. In that Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu is inside. When Simon Ekpa is fighting for Biafra, he is fighting for Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? When Simon Ekpa is fighting for Biafra, he is fighting for Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is an individual, a leader of Biafra, not Biafra. So every one of us are fighting for Biafra, not for Nnamdi Kanu. So every decision that you take, you first and foremost consider Biafra. You understand it? So do not bring all this nonsense. You don't know anything. You could not reason beyond your nose. And you are here to talk nonsense. The military was created for Biafra defense. And before the Biafra Liberation Army was created, the military has been in our land killing people. They did not come because of Biafra Liberation Army. That has been there. Even when Nnamdi Kanu created ordinary ESN, a security, a vigilante like, they still bring their military to come and kill us. So now when you're making it look as if it's because of Simon Ekpa that we have military, armor tanks in our land, that means you are not sincere in your judgment. You have ulterior motive. You are being deceived. Lies are being sold to you. And you see this, I am sorry to say this. You see this, our brothers from different area. They are the most easiest people to manipulate. You can manipulate them like this. They are manipulated. Because they don't have time to listen to you. They follow what people told them. That was why the Nigerian government told them that Igbo man is their problem. They agreed. And they hate Igbo people with all their hearts. Anything you told them, they do it. You call them South-South, they said, yes, we are South-South. You call them South-South, they said, yes, we are South-South. You call them, and now from today, all your identities are wiped away. You are now a Niger Delta. Oh, yeah, Niger Delta, I will like it. We are now Niger Delta. Anything, any name you call these people, they answer it. I don't know the kind of mind these people have.
Because Nnamdi Kanu kicks against anything like Biafra military. You all know this one. You cannot pretend that you don't know. Only if you're joining Samuel Ekpa because you are increasing your hatred.
When they are telling this in their lies, when did Nnamdi Kanu kick against Biafra military? Nnamdi Kanu never kicked against the Biafra military. Nnamdi Kanu never said that there is, he never placed boundary on Biafra. He only said that it's not yet time. And when he was talking that was years ago. Now, someone else, because of his incantation of Onyendu, decided that it's time to form that military. And you are here saying that Nnamdi Kanu said it's against Biafra military. Nnamdi Kanu never told you that there will never be a Biafra military. He said when it's time, he will form Biafra military. That it is not yet time. That when he will form Biafra, when they will come out, nobody will stand them. That is what Nnamdi Kanu said. Nnamdi Kanu never banned Biafra military. You cannot ban a military in a country. Biafra is a country of its own. Biafra needs military. It cannot operate without military.
And refreshing your anger towards Nnamdi Kanu, then you can say this one and we will understand. You know fully that some
who is venting anger. You know these people. I don't know when this guy made this video. Who is venting their anger against Nnamdi Kanu, if not your Chinas and Woro, who comes to tell you that every decision that Nnamdi Kanu took in the past, he got them wrong. That Nnamdi Kanu was wrong to associate with Israel, to identify with Israel. That Nnamdi Kanu was wrong to identify with Trump, to go appear before Trump's campaign. That Nnamdi Kanu was wrong to do this, to do that, to do this, to everything. That Nnamdi Kanu was wrong to build alliance with Ambazonia, to build alliance with Yoruba Nation now. Nnamdi Kanu was wrong. He was one venting his anger on Nnamdi Kanu. He is venting, your Chinas and Woru is the one venting his anger on Nnamdi Kanu and his family, entire family.
Ekpa is fighting Nnamdi Kanu's wife. That's Uchechu Ogu Kanu. He is fighting Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. That's Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. You know this one so well. He's fighting the DOS, which Nnamdi Kanu created, and said anybody who do not take orders from them will be expelled from IPOB.
Lies. You know this guy, everything this guy is saying here are pure lies. Someone Ekpa fighting with Nnamdi Kanu's wife. When did someone Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu's wife start fighting? So exchange of words now is fight. Disagreeing with each other is now fight. You can disagree to agree. You can disagree with my method of fighting this struggle. That does not mean we are fighting. You can disagree. Not everybody that is listening to me now is agreeing with everything I'm saying. That does not mean we are fighting. You can disagree to agree. Mazi Samuel Ekpa is not the one who relieved Ifeanyi Ejiofor his job. Mazi Samuel Ekpa was not the one who did what? Who sacked Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Ifeanyi Ejiofor was sacked because he is not neutral. Ifeanyi Ejiofor was sacked because he was destroying IPOB with his stupid politics. Ifeanyi Ejiofor was sacked because he is not representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the way he should. That is the reason Ifeanyi Ejiofor was sacked. Samuel Ekpa was not the one who sacked Ifeanyi Ejiofor. And your DOS, you said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said anything that DOS said. We have discussed this severally because you don't listen to us, because you only listen to those men on Radio Biafra that only sell lies to you, and you run with it and here messing yourself up. Which DOS, Mazi Nnamdi said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu give instruction that we must follow IPOB code of conduct, and the any DOS that is not working in line with IPOB code of conduct should not be followed. Or didn't you remember that IPOB code of conduct says that in IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the highest authority, and anything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said is a law. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given order to your so-called DOS, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is part of. Do you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is part of DOS? Do you know? Do you know? The same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told your so-called DOS what to do, not in one occasion, not in two occasions, in many, many occasions. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent message instructing them on what to do. They failed. They disagreed with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In that, because of that, they have caused, or rather, acted in subordination. And the same DOS you are here telling us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. So DOS will go after, outside the IPOB code of conduct to tell you what to do. And you will do it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said we are practicing chain of command. That is what we practice. Then DOS is telling you now, as IPOB, not to follow chain of command. And you said, because DOS said it, we must do it. Anything that your so-called DOS said that is not in line with IPOB code of conduct has become insubordination on their part. They have broken the chain of command. And remember, when you break the fence, snake bites. When they destroy the foundation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid, they are trying to rearrange what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has already laid in place. They are trying to rearrange it in their own favor. Then we that understand, we that can interpret IPOB code of conduct to the core, we tell them, no, we are not going to follow you in this path. That is the reason we are in disagreement with all these men. First, they disagreed with our leader. First, they disobeyed our leader. First, they committed insubordination against the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Because of that, they have lost every legitimacy to speak to us.
And so now you're going so fast to say, okay, you're regretting not standing with Nnamdi Kanu. And for that reason, you're saying sorry. And you're joining the enemy, the worst nightmare to our struggle. Please, you're not sorry. You're only refreshing your anger and your hatred toward IPOB. And
who is the enemy? Who is the worst nightmare of our struggle? If I may ask, who? If not your DOS are wise. They are the ones who are making friends today with the Zoological Republic. They spoke just the way you are speaking now in the past. They tried to sell wrong narrative to our people. They are trying to condemn the man who is doing something positive for Biafra with all his heart and with all his spirit. Today, who is the real enemies of the people of Biafra? If it's not the DOS are wise. The DOS are wise, those are wise are the ones telling you today that they are now into Nigerian politics, that they want to be relevant in their country. The same DOS are wise are coming to tell you that, oh, Tinubu, do not allow Nigeria to implode. The same DOS are wise, who are the real enemies of the people. When all of us are praying that Nigeria should implode in the first place, all of us are praying that Nigeria should enter into a stage of no control, a stage of revolt. And someone who is telling you that he is fighting for the liberation of Biafra is begging Tinubu to do something to save Nigeria from falling into implosion. Do you understand it now? So, with these people, between these people and Simon Ekpa, who is the real enemies of the people? Everything that Simon Ekpa is doing is towards setting Nigeria up on fire. Just like during NSAS, our leader tries to help to sustain it by speaking to the people to go ahead and fight for their rights. But the same people that is supposed to use this opportunity to step in and fuel this crisis even the more is trying to calm it down by speaking to the authority, their friends, to do what? To do something urgently to stop this calamity that is about to befall Nigeria. And you are here speaking nonsense. Continue.
So for that far, we're saying you're not sorry. You're only making a mockery of Mazen and his Kanu suffering, and you must stop.
Well, you have heard him, and that is all I want to say, or all I want to play. So at this juncture, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, I want to implore you, please, if you have not casted your vote, go and do it now. If you don't have the link, go to Simon Ekpa's Twitter handle or to other media or social media broadcasters, and you will get it. I don't have it. So, but I implore you to go and do what? Vote. Very, very important. So that you do not miss this opportunity. We need to prove that we are ready for Biafra to come. And also remember that in the next 5 days, the next 7 days, 1 week, our leader is going to be appearing before the High Court in Abuja. So let us continue to put our leader in prayers. Let us keep to call our Ndiche, our ancestors, the spirit of our people, our land, the spirit of Biafra, everyone to rise in his defense. And continue to pray for those men, the Biafran Liberation Army, the Biafran resistant fighters, the Biafran Navy, wherever they are, that Chukwu Okike Abiama will cover them against every evil attack. We must always remember to pray for them. And also to pray for everyone that is doing his own quota to see that Biafra is restored. We all need your prayers. Keep praying for us. More wisdom, more understanding, more ruggedity. I thank you for listening to me this evening. I pray that next time when I appear, Chukwu Okike Abiama will keep you alive so that you will join me again. I always appreciate your time well spent here. And if you have not shared this program, please do it now. If you have not shared it, Do it. If you have not liked it, do it now. We need more people to identify with us, so that at the end of the day, when Biafra is restored, we may have something to discuss. Thank you so much. From me, from here, it is good night.